What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. And tonight we're going to have some videos that we're going to go through tonight talking about women realizing that they have ruined their relationships. So, listen, this week we put out a number of videos, right? And we were exploring some of the behaviors that we have noticed from our women. And those behaviors and the videos that you guys watched and blew up was about how women are independent, strong, independent, don't need no man. Now, that's what we've been talking about this week. We also talked about how, older men tend to talk to younger women. And I've had multiple discussions down in the chat. It was some pretty good conversation. Some of you guys are just like, hey, look, I'm just done with the attitudes, done with all this different stuff, done with the behaviors. And so tonight I wanted to bring up a few videos going into this topic. Now, we have a couple videos that women are realizing how their behavior has affected their ability to get a man, the perceptions that we see. And this is the things that you guys talked about these are the type of things that you guys talked about in the chat. And I'm talking about, I've gone through hundreds of comments, okay? It's taken me hours, literally, to go through all these comments and to try to, talk to you guys. Now, listen, some people were respectful with the conversation and some people weren't, but that's just the name of the game. When you're in here, you're going to have people that's not going to respect what you're talking about and what you're doing. But there was a reason I brought it up, right? There was a reason. I even had one woman come into my chat and say that I should be ashamed of myself, okay? Downright ashamed for going ahead and displaying Black women, particularly in that light, in that video I just put out. And I thought to myself, like, this is funny because you're blaming me. I didn't say a damn thing. I didn't say one word in that video. All I did was show video clips and highlights, trying to paint a narrative, to put out a message. And I should be ashamed of showing those videos to you guys when those women put that stuff out on the internet for everyone to see. You can't take it back. It is out there right now in the internet. It's going to be out there forever. Even if they take it down, those videos is out there somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So I should be ashamed of myself for displaying those women who put themselves in that light. This is the kind of nonsense that I'm getting right now in the comments, in the chat. Now, some ladies came and they were very respectful, and we had a debate and a talk back and forth. But overall, it's just amazing how some of them come in there, and just as the late great Kevin Samuel said, that you have women that come through and all they want to do is use sign language. You're trying to have a conversation, and all they want to do is shame, insult, guilt, and they need to be right. And that's what I got. Whereas I just had a conversation in the chat with one lady today under one of the comments of the video, and she was like, I appreciate the way you came at me. And then, she said what she had to say, and I came back and said what I had to say. And that's what I was trying to do, foster discussion. Let's not even, sorry, one second. Let's not forget the fact, right? Let's not forget the fact that in that video, you had Sister Shahrazad Ali 20, 30 years ago break down what was exactly happening in the Black family. She said all this stuff 20, 30 years ago. And people looked at it, she was crazy then. And now her words ring true more now than they ever have been. And yet I'm the bad guy for displaying that. This is the insanity that I have to deal with when it comes to that. But you know what's funny? I try to answer everybody, but as soon as you get disrespectful in those comments, right? As soon as you get too disrespectful, I'm blocking you from the channel. I'll sit there and engage with you for a little bit, but I'm gonna block you from the channel. You do not need to be a part of this, because let me make this clear. I am about men being the best version of themselves they can be, men working on themselves, men working on their purpose, men being the best men that they can be. It's going to help themselves. It's going to help them make better decisions. It's going to help their life. It's going to help the community. And then I got people coming at me with the foolishness, okay? And I'm going to continue to come out with these videos, whether y'all like them or not. And I'm going to talk about these issues. Today's video, which didn't get a lot of love, a lot of traction. If you haven't watched the first video I put out today, I break down. I take Texas, for instance, and I use their money system, and I break down financially how the child support system has been used and weaponized against men. Particularly, it hurts black men a lot. Okay, it hurts black men. I'm not saying white men ain't going through it, because I also want to bring up a couple of those stories. I just didn't have time to make that video. I didn't want to make it longer than it need to be. But in that video, I take numbers and show you, using the numbers and statistics from the Bureau of Labor here in Texas. And I break it down how a man ends up with no money in his pocket. Whereas if you had women would work with men, and listen, this is predicated on men wanting to be in their life for their kids. Okay. And I do believe in supporting your children, men. I do. Okay. But the part is, if people would get out of their feelings, then we can go ahead and we can work together and patch some of these wrongs up. We certainly can. So listen, one of the things I'm gonna do is get to the chat and see who up in here. We got the Sand Van in the house. We got Tim and Sandy. Go check out the Sand Van. Excellent channel. Big supporters of my channel. I'm a big supporter of theirs. Check out their adventures doing van life. And I'm telling you, it's a good channel. So go check them out. Thank you all for being here. All right. So listen, I knew I was going to stir up some. I knew I was going to stir up the hornet's nest. Right. I knew. Sorry about that. I messed that up. I knew I was stirring up the hornet's nest when I talked about these topics, but I did that on purpose. It was by design for me to do that. Okay. I knew what I was doing because I wanted to start and foster this conversation. And I got a few things from it. Again, my goal isn't to bring up these last couple videos. You guys could go watch those videos. Please check out today's video where I break down, like I said, how a man's income is used against him. Okay. And here's the other thing about that. That's assuming that the man was making, what would I use an example? $38,000 a year. Okay. $38,000 a year. What about the men that are below that and paying 20%, 25% of their income? What happens to those men? Take those examples and adjust those numbers, and you see that you have a swath of men that get caught up in the child support system and I'm not talking about the dudes that are trying to be deadbeat dads. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the guys that really want to be a part of their kid's life, but can't because they have drama. Maybe they bring in their son McDonald's to feed him or something, which I listen, say what you will. Hey, he shouldn't be bringing him McDonald's. It's not unhealthy, all that stuff. But he thought about his son to bring him some McDonald's. And then you have this woman putting him on blast on the internet saying, I'm going to expose him. I'm going to expose him because he think he a good dad. Like there are kids that don't even have dads that are doing that much. Right? So I thought it was imperative to bring that up, especially a part of this conversation. And again, that video was in no way to advocate for men who are abdicating their responsibilities for providing support for their kids, because it's hard on some of these women too. That's the truth. All right. But I'm saying we have to get to the point where we work together, even despite our feelings. And I even made a video about that, how one woman was in her feelings about her ex and they were warring back and forth and it was really bad for the kid. and she figured out a way. She worked on herself so that she can get past it, and they work together, and now their kid is happy and healthier and doing better than ever because they decided to put their feelings aside and work for it. That's what today's video is about. Tonight's video, okay, and I didn't make a banner for that. I'm slacking, okay? But tonight's video, I'm going to go through some video clips here. Now, the first thing I want to highlight is I bring it back to the attitudes, because a lot of you guys in the comments, in the chats, I've been in the comments answering comments for hours. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go look at some of my comments. I made these lengthy ass comments. All right. I don't even know what I said anymore because there was so many responses I had to make. But tonight I'm going to show you some videos, a series of videos where, we're going to start off and we're going to look at the behavior of women that a lot of you guys talked about in the comments. Ladies, you could be mad at me putting out these videos. You could be mad at the things I'm saying. But part of this channel is to identify the way men feel. Okay? This is a men's channel for identifying how men feel. The best thing you can do for yourself, ladies, is to come on here and say, wow, a lot of these guys feel this way. Why? Whether it's justified or not, you have to look and say, why do they feel this way? All right? You have to look at that. We have to analyze that at some point, because that is the only way for some of these men to get past their feelings and their trauma. And some guys said some things in the comments. I say, hey, look, I'm not for getting that aggressive with what you're saying, but I understand how you feel, the empathy towards it. But I want to go ahead and get this thing started. I'm going to get to the comments real quick, and then we're going to get this thing popping. We got my brother Omar. Muy buenas noches a mi hermano Sean. Que onda, güey? I'm not familiar with that last part. I'm assuming what's happening. I don't know, man. I don't know that one, right? But thank you for the good evening shout out. Yes, my brother. All right. Make sure you go check out his channel. If you're looking to learn Spanish and you want to do it in an easy and fun way, go check out Habla Conmigo TV, and you won't be disappointed. Brother Omar is going to steer you right, and he's going to even teach you conversational Spanish that you can use when you decide to go on vacation. He is going to have multiple different playlists. I know he said you was going to work on that, brother. Multiple different playlists, but I'm telling you, it's going to be very helpful to you, because one of the best things that I did was even learn a few words of Spanish to go out of the country. I tell you, it will completely change your time. Thank you, brother Omar, for being here. We have my friend Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Hi, Sean. Hi, everyone. Make sure you go check out Lucy's channel, Brick Girls Go Stateside, with her and her mom, Julie, and how they give their perspective from English women perspective on living, the cultural difference between here and America. And there's so many other topics they talk about. It's a great channel. You will love it. So go check them out. Then we got the Sam Van shouting them out, all friends of each other. We've been knowing each other for a while. And then we have Omar said, yeah, that's deep. That's that deep in Mexico slang. Yeah, I'm not into the slang yet, bro. I'm still trying to get my que tals and como estás down, bro. You know what I mean? So your brother's still working with the basics, but I can move around and get me some food. You know, I can get me some comida. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tonight's drink of the night, I have here vodka, because I always tend to do that. It's vodka. It's Hawaiian Punch, which I haven't had in a long time. Hawaiian Punch, and it's splash of cranberry juice. So I don't have to leave, I made a little to-go thing going on there. Okay, so listen. Thank you for everybody in here. Again, go check out everybody in the chat. Before we get started, though, there's two things that I want to bring up to you guys. So listen, a friend of mine, she has multiple businesses. One is a screenshot printing business where she can pretty much print stuff on everything. But one of the businesses she just started is called Value Your Vibes, okay? And I brought this up before, right? And so we have these beautiful stickers, right, that have shows different emotions and feelings on them, right? And you have them for men and women. It's great stickers you can have, okay? And so she just recently started this, and I'm telling you right now, it's great to put on your your computer, your stuff. And I'm actually gonna put these on my computer. This here I'm gonna give to my sister. All right. And then so Value Your Vibes provides culturally relatable products that encourage the development of emotional intelligence through self-awareness in order to recognize how emotions and feelings can affect mental health, work, school performance, physical health, and relationships. And so that's Value Your Vibes. That's here what she gave me. This is what you'll get in the package. So the actual link to the website, if you want to check it out right now, it's in its early stages, but you can order this stuff, posters, stickers, and stuff like that. And it's in the link below. Again, I don't make any money off of that. It's just a good friend of mine that I said I would bring up because I'm very proud of her for all the work she's done in the business that she has. Okay. So, oh my God, we got my friend, Miss Amici, Wanda in the house. Excellent channel. Excellent channel. She also has a channel, Grandma Does It All. Go check her out. Hey, Sean and chat. Thank you, Wanda, for being here. Omar says that purple stuff. What you Mom and I are together tonight. She has gin and tonic and I have vodka tonic. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Look like we're doing it tonight. How you doing, Julie? How you doing tonight? All right, everybody's saying hi. Let's get this thing started, you guys. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Also, later on, I'll put a link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and talk about this. Now, listen, these examples that I'm using tonight, they can be found in, they can be used across different lines because men are feeling overall, not just black men, about black women, but you also have men overall feeling that feeling pressure from ladies nowadays. And that's just something that I'm finding that is happening across the board. Okay. For one reason or the other. But I'm bringing this up for a reason because women in general seem to be more aggressive. Now, we understand that things have changed, and a lot of men are respectful of of women, tolerant of the fact that, hey, I respect you. I understand that, you need to do your thing and all that stuff like that, that you're doing your own thing. There's a lot of respect there. Okay. But what's happening is men are being turned off by women nowadays because what's happening is because now women are getting aggressive to men just like they were dudes. Now, let me tell you, and guys in the chat could relate to this. If you can relate to what I'm about to say in the chat, let me know. Okay. But one of the things that guys are realizing that if I'm talking to another man, okay, and me and that man have a disagreement and tempers start to flare and voices start to go up, we understand as men that that can lead to fights. That can lead, in some cases, to you as a man getting into a bad scuffle. And the worst case thing that could happen is that you end up losing your life because you lose your cool. That's what us as men understand. So women getting aggressive with men, and I even had a small clip of a woman fighting a dude. And I realized that YouTube probably wouldn't let that stand. So I said, let me not put that on there, not trying to get this thing taken down. But what I wanted to relate to you guys is that you have women that now are so aggressive that they think they can fight a man. And that's not cool. Okay? That is not cool because your average guy and your average woman, you're the average guy, no matter what the average guy is going to be stronger than her. It's just facts. Let's not try to sugarcoat this. Now, we can say that man shouldn't lift his hand to her, but if you know that man has the physical ability to knock you on your tail, all right, then you shouldn't lift your hand to him. And these are things that men have to understand between each other. So why don't women understand that to men? So we're going to get into this first video. Before I get there, Lucy says, Mom says she's doing well. Thank you, Sean. No problem. No problem. Okay. We're going to move this along because, again, I've been blabbering for way too long. And make sure all my sound and stuff. Let me know if I play this, y'all hear a 1 in the chat. Now, this first video, this woman is going to talk about women being too aggressive, right? And obviously in it, you're going to see specifics. She talks about, it says black women being too aggressive. I found this, but I thought what she said was very pertinent. So let's watch it.
Popular podcast, I Am Athlete,
Can y'all hear
recently just dropped a video, and one of the hosts, Pac-Man Jones, said that black women are aggressive. And I didn't even get offended because it's true. even myself, I can admit that I do too much. I was even talking to my homegirl yesterday about it. And that's called accountability. Like, okay, I might not always be intentional when I'm coming off aggressive, but let me learn how to talk to people. Let me learn how to reel it back. That doesn't mean let people walk all over you and
No, it
disrespect you.
doesn't.
No, but sometimes it's okay to be the bigger person and just dial back, choose your words wisely. That will help you out in relationships, friendships, or any form of relationships throughout your life. And trust me, even to myself, you will see a whole new light on how people treat you based off how you treat them.
So listen, I let that whole thing play out. This was a woman who realized that in her behavior that she can sometimes come off very aggressive. And that's okay because people want to argue their points and stuff. But what the thing that she talked about, and she used a word that I think is very, very important. She talked about accountability. Okay. And accountability is a word that doesn't get used or isn't practiced enough. And the one thing that she did by taking accountability is making this video and saying sometimes that she knows that she can get aggressive. She knows that sometimes that she could be standoffish. She knows that sometimes she could be up in your face. All right. And that is amazing for her to realize that and say, hey, I need to adjust my behavior and reel that back a little bit because the way people are responding to it, the way people are accepting it isn't in a positive light. Okay. Now, listen, the other part to that end part, she talked about how she noticed that it changes the way people react. Now, I said before I played this video that men understand inherently if I go ahead and I'm aggressive to you as another man, if I'm in your face, if I'm arguing nose to nose with you, this could come to blows. I just talked about all of this stuff before I played this video. This woman realized that her behaviors could get her into those same situations. Now, listen, I just recently watched a podcast. Let me shout out to Hands Flight Kickbox. Make sure you go check out his channel. Hey man, what's up, bro? How are the birds doing? Did you get a chance to do your competition? Let us know down in the chat, brother, how the birds are doing. Okay. Go check out his channel. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. So listen, I watched another video where this woman was, maybe you guys saw it on the internet too, right? Maybe you guys saw it in your feed. Um, but this woman was in Africa and she was actually there because there was some type of land dispute. She had bought some property over there. She went over there and a, a guy kind of was came at her sideways. So she started, you know, get out my face, this, that, and the third. And she said in this video, the more she got aggressive, the more he got aggressive. And then it dawned on her that she needed to reel that thing back because what was happening was every time she brought up her energy, he would bring up his energy because over there, they don't play that. Okay. You're not going to just go in a man's face. You're not going to just be yelling at him and talking to him like he a kid because you think you could do that here in America. They don't play that over there. And the law is on his side. Okay. The law is on his side with that. Once she scaled it back, he scaled it back. Okay. But we don't have that here in America. And men don't feel like they have that opportunity. I just bring up simple things to discuss and concepts to go over. And I get, and I'm like, yo, okay, wheel that back. Again, if you come in my comments and you start saying disrespectful stuff, you're gone from the channel. I ain't gonna play that. I'll talk. I've talked to some of the most hating people. I just did a community post where somebody put something very racist, very nasty in there. I responded to them. And then when they came back with it, then I blocked them from the channel. Because at that point, it was ridiculous. I'm willing to give a person a benefit of doubt. I'm not running from the haters. Okay. But some of the haters sound ridiculous. They really do. Okay, they have no intentions of trying to be constructive in the conversation that we're trying to have. Okay, so everybody's saying what's up in the chat. That's good. So hopefully you guys heard that last video, because I got to go ahead and bring up the next one now. Along with men starting to feel like women are being more aggressive toward them, whether it be in word or in deed. What men are also feeling is that women today, I did a second video where I talked about an age difference thing. Now, this is not to knock older women or anything like that. It's just to say that a lot of men are at least saying to me in the chat and through the polls I've done, because I've polled this, but a lot of men are feeling that when they talk to women their age, especially men that are upper 30s, 40s, and stuff like that, they're feeling like the women that's their age, 35 and above, have been through so much that when they get with those women, that they feel like they have to pay for all the things that happened to them before. It's not like fair to the dude that gets with them because they don't have that clean slate. So I also had another discussion about when it comes to age, that one woman was saying, well, that's kind of gross, and dudes have the younger women get with older dudes because they got daddy issues, and older dudes get with younger women because they want to control her. And this was all in the chat. Okay, this is all the stuff that I discussed, if you will. All right, let me get a sip of my drink, please, peoples. Okay. Oh, I made that one a little strong. It's all good. It's all good. So these are the type of talking points that we as men are hearing. I'm not going to go through and try to hash that out here, but I will play this next video when we talk about older men versus young men. Now, I understand that people have preferences. All right. People have preferences. And I think to some extent, some women like their men to be just a little bit older than them because they have a little bit more experience. They're usually a little wiser. They're usually kind of more starting to get done with the games and done with the playing and all these different things. And so it's more appealing. But that's not the arguments that's being made. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this video because I just want to bring it up in terms of there's a specific part how this woman speaks toward men. And to me, it shows something that is kind of another chink in the armor of why relationships are the way they are today. When I get to that part, I will bring it up to you guys. Without further ado, I am going to go ahead and play this video.
Would have been married today by 18 years old if I could have. Yes, I'm finna be 28. That's a 10-year gap where still nobody has put a ring on my finger. And it's okay. But I don't like older men personally like that.
What's wrong with
I
us?
don't. I like young ones.
I would. Even
Younger.
she was like, I
Let me tell you why I
kind of
like younger. Because they be putting for all the wrong reasons too, y'all.
wait. You heard what she just said, right? I like them for all the wrong reasons. But here you go. Now here's the thing. Let me stop real quick. I like them for all the wrong reasons. Now, I don't think what she about to say is too bad if I can remember correctly. But she said I like them for all the wrong reasons. And a younger woman like this right now will say, well, I want the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Chads and the Tyrones. Okay. I want to talk to those dudes now. And then when she gets ready to hit her 30s, in her mid 30s, about to hit 40, now, just like Wanda just said in the chat, when she goes through a whole bunch of stuff, she said that's true. Men normally have to pay for her past experiences. So right now, she's going to play with the young dudes until, hey, it's time for her to settle down. Okay. And at that point, if you try to come into her life after that, then you're going to have to deal with the repercussions and consequences of her decisions that she's making right now. Let's see what else she got to say.
They be dressing nice and they're fun.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. They dress nice and they're fun. Now, listen, I'm not going to fault a young lady or a young man for knowing what they want and going out there and have fun. Okay? You're young. You're going to have fun. Matter of fact, I was still throwing killer parties up until about the age of 35. Okay? I'm talking about I had some killer beer pong parties. All right? I mean, your boy was slaying on the table. Okay? It's partly how I got the nickname Superman, which is on my sleeve. All right? But listen, the point I'm trying to make is you're gonna have a little fun. All right. But we have windows of opportunity, and we can sit there and say, oh, you can do whatever you want. We have windows. We only have a certain amount of time on this earth. The earth. Okay, the rotating blue orb. Okay. We only have a certain amount of time. So we have to be precious with that time. We can still have fun, but we have to be aware of what we're doing in the moment. And what this young lady said is, I like them because they dress good, and I like it because of fun. These are the same women that end up being in the video, like I showed you guys the other day, that wind up getting blowed up. While people came in my comments, started coming after me. These are the same women that end up bitter and talking about, I don't need no man, because they're going through it with men because of the type of men that they choose. And I'm not a hypocrite because I tell men, I show those videos so men choose better women. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? This is the same woman that's going to be coming at me in my comments telling me I'm wrong, but also the same woman putting out TikTok videos later on about how she's mad and bitter because she had fun now, and then now because nobody wants to take her up when she's ready to settle down, now it becomes men's problems, and they have to pay for those past experiences in the future. All right? Let me just get back to this. Shout out to my dude Saint Cyr for being here. Thank you for being here. Miss Amici said, just childish. Yeah. Well, we got to finish listening because I haven't even gotten to the point that gave me cause for pause on what was said. Okay? That's just me hollering. That's exactly why she still don't have the ring. Ooh, good pickup. Man, that's why Wanda has been, man, thank you, my friend, for being here. I really appreciate you. I miss our conversations up in here. Okay? Let me bring this back to this screen. Nope. Nope, that didn't work. God dang it. All right. Sorry, you guys. You always got to click the screen again for it to work. Let's hear what the rest you got to say.
That's why you like younger men.
Yeah.
I do feel like some men get with younger women because it's easier to manipulate a young woman.
Whoa, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Clapping it up. Hold up. Why did my screen switch off? Man, this thing do what it won't, I swear. Look, stop right there. This is the same talking point that I had in my comments that women came at me with. Y'all just trying to control us. And you're like, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Let me give you all some perspective. I was in the military for 20 years. The military has been around for 200 and some, or at least the Navy has been around for over 200 years. Okay? There was a Navy before there was even a country, damn near. Why has this institution lasted so long and produced such high operating people, men and women, with efficiency? Because we understand that though we are in charge of certain things and we all have our roles on that boat, we all know that we have to answer to someone. And sometimes, even when I was a chief and I'm the same rank as somebody else, if I'm messing up, I am being held accountable by my peer. And I listen. Because if we go before the captain, where it's higher, I can't argue the fact that my peer was in the right. If they're telling me right, I need to listen. Now, I can explain my side and my position, but if overall they're right, it is incumbent upon me to take that on board and to improve, because the Navy has operated with few incidents, even though there's been some, and you've seen some of them on the news. But to operate at this long, at this high efficiency, is because we understand it's not about controlling, it's about maintaining good order and discipline. The thing operates smoothly because we all understand our roles inherent to each person. And these talking points are what men get told all the time. This is what we are hearing. And this is why I made that compilation video to show you these women in bonnets saying this. Okay, I'm just making a joke about that. Okay, wear your bonnets. I don't give a damn. Okay, let me get to the comments. Lucy says, Mom and I think there is something nice about dating someone from your own generation. Not knocking anyone's relationship, but there is an understanding about being with people your own age. And listen, I totally get that as well. And I think depending on where you're at in life, you might want that. Like, you might want someone that understands where you're coming from generationally. You might want to be with someone that might more understand you culturally. These are not knocks, those are preferences. All right? That is a preference. And it's not a bad preference, because some preferences are stupid. Like if she said, we hear sometimes, he's like, well, I want a guy who a thug, but he's also like a banker dude. That's a preference, but it's a terrible preference. Why the hell would I want a thug in my bank? I mean, make that make sense. See what I'm saying? So I'm not going to knock a preference, but I will knock dumbass preferences. Excuse my French, ladies. Excuse my French. Okay? I'm going to knock that. All right? Thank you, Ryan, for being here, man. Thank you so much. Ryan, Bonnet Gang. Yeah, it's funny. It's a joke now. It's like its own running meme now. It's not, bonnets are the thing, whatever. I mean, I wear do-rags to bed. So you can say, well, look at Sean being a pookie tonight. I mean, whatever. Point is, it's funny. I'm just making it. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Right? Let's not get bent out of shape. It's a good joke. Okay? So let me get back to this real quick. Men, at least from the polls, if you look at the polls, go look at my community tabs. I've asked a lot of these different questions about how men feel about older women, how men feel about younger women, why. I've asked about age differences. And the biggest numbers is men like somewhere between, I would say if I had to take the poll on aggregate, men like some women from right around their age to about 15 years younger. I would say if I had to take an aggregate, the number is somewhere around there. And in some cases, that makes a lot of sense. Okay? It makes a lot of sense for people might having that age difference. You can say, whatever. But sometimes for those relationships, it makes sense. Because I told y'all, I answer damn near every comment. Now, a lot of the subsequent comments, it's hard for me to see and get to. And I try to every few days go through and see if there's any subsequent comments I missed. But most of the initial comments, as long as they're not disrespectful, I get to. Okay? And in those comments, you know how many couples have told me, including women writing to me, saying, my husband is older than me, or my wife is younger than me. We got together. We knew what we wanted. We've been in love 20 plus years. Things are still great as ever. I can't imagine my life without her. I have these in my comments. If you ever look at anybody who tells me a story in my comments, one of the biggest things I do is I say, thank you for your story. Thank you for sharing with the gents of this channel so that we can all hear it and learn from it. Or at least hear somebody's perspective. Someone feeling like their story is valid on this channel, which it is. I pride myself on that. So it's all preferential. for whatever reason. But to put it like, because you're older and she's a little bit younger, that you're trying to control her? Like, are we serious? I feel like a lot of these arguments and talking points that are coming from modern women today are because they themselves don't want to be held accountable. The actions speak it. You can say, Sean, I don't agree with that. Then go watch my videos, because those are just a fraction of the video clips I saw of women taking no accountability. And I went nice with those videos because there were even more gross videos that I could have put on there that, as I got called out for, look at you, you ought to be ashamed of yourself trying to paint these women in this negative light. And I'm like, yo, they put that out on the internet themselves. They put it out on the internet. I didn't say a damn word in that video. Go watch the video. Sean doesn't say one word. It's a compilation video. I did lay out a narrative. I did lay out a what if situation for you to come up with your own assumptions about what I'm trying to put out there, for us to have a deeper conversation in the chat about it. Whether you agree with me or not, it is my opinion. It is my feeling. But I'm telling you, I read the stories. I not only look at stories, but I also look at the polls, I look at the data. But moreover, I get hundreds and hundreds of people messaging me about these type of things. Just saying. Let's go and see what you guys got to say. Wow, y'all getting busy up in there. Hold up. Am I missing something? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? All right. Ryan says, the women says, whatever, never had a problem with it when they were that age. It's just cap. Yeah. Listen, I think people get mad at me or get mad at some of the things I'm saying, especially the ones that get really in their feelings. I want y'all to think about this. If your life is going well and things are going well, okay? Tell me if I'm wrong. But if things are going well in your life, how often are you really commenting on negative stuff you see? I mean, maybe you are, because you like to have your opinion out there. Maybe some of you guys are messy. I don't know. Okay. Some of you like to cause stir. Like I got my big brother. He like to stir up the hornet's nest on purpose in some of these chats. He do it on purpose because it's just what he do. Okay. Messy. Okay. Let's just call it what it is. It's messy. Right. But I'll be honest with you. I rarely leave comments on things that don't affect me or I'm not passionate about. I don't. My life is dope, you guys. I literally just got back from Colombia. I'm actually planning out. I'm trying to figure out which next country I'm going to. My life is dope. I literally make videos for a living now. Like, that's what I do. That's dope. You know what I mean? Like, people think I'm bent out of shape about some of these comments. That's why I respond to some of the haters, because I'm like, I'm just trying to give perspective. I'm giving some of my experience because I do want to help young men out. I want to help men out in general. And I want to help ladies get an understanding of how men feel, if I can do that. But with, 80, 90% of my audience being men, that's who I'm going to help. I'm going to be uncle. I'm going to be big brother. I'm going to be friend. I'm going to be surrogate pappy. Okay? That baby pappy. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Whatever I got to do so that you don't make the same mistakes that I do, man. I'm okay with admitting that I was flawed and that I'm still flawed. But when I say do the work, I've done some of the work. So anyway, I went off on a huge tangent. Let me finish getting down here because you guys spoke a lot of stuff. Bonding gang versus the rap gang. Who you taking for the W? Body gang. Man. Yeah, man, I got to keep these waves going, man. I got to put that rap on there, bro. Black women meant to say at first, black women, I meant to say at first, hey, Brandon, what's going on? about how they want to date them Pookies and Ray Rays and them thugs. Yeah, I mean, listen, you know how many videos I saw of that? There are videos out there that people have been making recently, and I wanted to make one too. I did make a video. I talked about, but it was me and brother Lucis talking about. It was a white guy who was on I'm about to say Montel Williams. Jesus Christ. Chibas. Steve Harvey. He was on Steve Harvey's show, and how that guy had no game, no swag, supposedly, whatever you want to call it. And that was me just saying, look, that's the average guy. Maybe he got a little less swag than maybe a black dude might have, but that's men in general. Black dudes along with it. Nobody's talking about the nerdy comic book. Ain't trying to be no thug, just want to be just cool. Like, they got black dudes just like that too. We're not a monolith. We're talking about average guys that want a chance with women. They're not thugs. And so average guys don't have a chance. I implore you to go check out that video and watch, have a good laugh. And, you know, we laughed about it, but we talked some real stuff in there too. Some of it was kind of cringy, but it's a good discussion, as always, here on TSG Uncut, especially the young black modern women of today. Well, we're showing it right now. Again, I'm not going to put that on all. Some got a good head on their shoulder, but I'm saying that this is what men are seeing, ladies. Be mad at us or not, this is what we are seeing, and this is what we are feeling. Okay? Ryan says these modern women ain't even that modern if they're older than 35. That's not modern. They're old. They're dinosaurs. God damn, bro. You ain't have to go in that hard, bro. All right? I lost my spot. Omar says, oh my, tell them how you really feel. That right. Are you right? Okay? I'm a dinosaur. I've been doing this whole podcast live stream in my reading glasses because if I take them off, there's times where the words start hunting on me. I'm not going to even sit here in front. Okay? I'm wearing reading glasses. I'm okay with that. And I think, Ryan, to your point, a point that you didn't even bring up, but to your point, is that it's okay to get older. There are people that aren't here right now that wish they were here, that wish they could get older, that wish they had another chance if they could do it all over again. There's people that would wish that. So getting older should be a badge of honor. But if not, nowadays, it's like people trying to prove that they're still young. They still got it. We think modern and traditional are states of mind and have nothing to do with your years on this earth. Like you say, Sean, is preference. So, let me, that's a great point. That's a great point. Because I've had this argument pop up. Where I have this Instagram post, and Julie, Lucy, maybe you guys saw it, but I put this woman that went off in Walmart, right? She went off. Maybe you guys see my YouTube short on it. She's in Walmart. She says this guy touched her. She's screaming about she got touched by a dude, and so she's still traumatized and triggered from it. She cut this man in line, all this stuff. Go check out the video. It's something else. I'll tell you that. And the one thing I labeled it, modern woman in Walmart loses her crap or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the title is, but I used the term modern women. Now, why did I do that? I did that because come on, let's face it. A lot of us in this chat at this moment are YouTubers. So I use certain terms to trigger the algorithm. I use certain terms to get people's attention. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Julie, Lucy, you guys have been rocking with me for over 2 years now, right? It's been 2 years. Yeah, that's right. 2 years we've been knowing each other, plus. Okay? And in that amount of time, it took me up until almost a year ago to finally start to kind of get this channel moving in the right direction. So there are certain terms that I use that I do it for the algorithm boost. In that case with that woman at Walmart, using the term modern woman did not fit. It didn't. Okay. We use that term to kind of encapsulate a mindset. When you say preference, it's no longer preference for a lot of people. There's a certain connotation that is associated with it when you see that term. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't. When you see me use it, it fits for what the narrative I'm pushing, but also it fits for algorithmic purposes. Okay? But if we're going to talk about this situation with these young ladies, we can use the term traditional. See, in one term, you have modern women who want traditional men, while them or traditional behaviors of men, while them themselves, if that's even a term, them themselves or whatever. Grammatically, I could be off. I'm sorry about that. Had a little drink. Let me take another sipper. Where they themselves, got it, where they themselves do not practice or display traditional behavior anymore. And that's part of what's going on. Men have taken non-traditional stances and roles with women, trying to meet women there. Most of the guys I know can cook. Most of the guys I know can clean. Most of the guys I know can take care of themselves. And on this channel, I implore other men to be exactly the same. Be a man that knows how to be a man, knows how to take care of himself, working on himself, working toward your higher level goals and purposes. That's what this channel is about. And that man who is willing to, hey, I'm going to cook, I'm going to clean, I'm going to wash dishes, I'm willing to be a team player in this while still being the man in the house and in a relationship. Why is it a dirty word, or is it wrong for a man to ask of a woman to be able to cook for herself too? There's videos about it. Don't tell me I'm crazy. Men let me know in the chat. But they got women like, he just want me to cook because he's trying to control me. And that's the narrative I have. That's the narrative that's being pushed there. This is the problem that I have with this video. I'm going to back it up before I start it up again because I want you guys to see her face and I want you to hear what she has to say again. I'm going to get back to these comments. Okay? Damn, I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But that's what I want, a discussion. Ryan says, guilty. Sometimes I just getting petty up in the chat. All right. As long as we're respectful, you can be petty. I don't care. Because we're just having fun. It's good to have someone backing you up on some stuff society tells you is not okay to think. It's okay. It's not sexist to say, I'm not okay with the dehumanizing crap directed towards men today. Absolutely. Ryan, absolutely. That's kind of what we talk about here on this channel, right? I talk about double standards. It's like, I am for equality, but I am for true equality. It can't be this double standard equality. Okay? When we start talking about double standard equality, then I'm going to call women on BS. You don't want equality. You want the same power and feeling and directive of the men that you have aught with. Because if you wanted true equality, you'd be on the front lines picketing for some of these men's issues, but you're not. See what I'm saying? So men are seeing that. And men feel slighted by that. Because it's like, hey, you're telling me to do one thing, but you're not willing to do the same thing. But you preach equality when it benefits you. Ladies, this is what men are feeling. Again, hundreds. I've replied to thousands of comments now. In the 2.25 years, 2 1/3 years I've been doing this. Okay? Men are tired of having their feelings not being heard now, too. It used to be the other way around, where women didn't feel like they were being heard. Now there's a shift. Men aren't feeling like they're being heard. And I want us to have a respectful conversation on it so that we can be better, have better relationships, have better lives. But that's not what we're seeing, and that's not what we're feeling right now. Okay. Ryan says, yes, agreed. Take kindly the counsel of years. Yep. And then did I miss something on what you said there? Oh, sorry, I missed it. That's why us square black men like myself don't get a chance to get married and have kids today, though. You know what, man? Listen, Brandon, I'm a huge advocate of quote unquote square black men, black white men. I'm an advocate for it. If, Brandon, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because I do hold us to a standard and account here on TSG Uncut. I do. We should always be in self-improvement mode as men. We should be trying to be the best version of ourselves. We should. Because in the end, women are going to respect that. A woman is going to respect a man that knows what he's going after. And she can diligently see what he's doing. She can see that, wow, he grinds. I have yet, in the 2+ years I've been doing YouTube, had any women that I've known or, were in the company of, right, in this 2.5 years I've been doing it, not respect the hustle. I'm not doing traditional work, right? I'm not doing traditional work. But when they see that I put 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, sometimes up to, I've even gone over 24 hours working on this YouTube, working on my channel, working on these videos for you guys. I've never had a woman not respect me because they see the hustle. They realize I work more hours than most people. I work more hours than most people on this. And I've been going to 2-a-day videos. I'm going even crazier, you guys. I'm going deeper down the rabbit hole. All right? Because women respect that. But if you in your mom's basement waiting for the next Call of Duty to drop, Cheeto stains, Mountain Dew, Monsters, White Claw, little drink, and all you do is that, who gonna respect that? They're not gonna respect that. Everything is about balance, people. All right? Wow, you guys are hitting up the chat. Jesus. Ryan says, I don't cook, I don't clean. What do you do? Eat bonbons on the couch, watch Netflix? Oh, you are the table. Oh, you have the babies. Who's paternity test up? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the questions people want, guys want to know. It's sad. Listen, ladies, asking a woman whether she cooks or cleans is no longer about trying to control ladies. It's about knowing, is this woman capable of taking care of herself? And secondarily, for some, women tell us, hey, I want to be on a team and this, that, and the third, and we got to do it this way. And I want a partner. Then what good are you as a partner and you don't know how to cook and clean? So I'm supposed to go work my tail off to buy you Gucci stuff and buy you purses and your nails and your hair and all this different stuff. And you can't even contribute to just basic maintaining of the household. Ladies, these are the things that we are hearing as men. Go read my chats. Go read my comments. This is what men are experiencing. So when you say, why would you paint women in that light? You guys painted yourself in that light. I didn't do that to you guys. You guys posting all y'all business out on social media. Go look at, well, I'm not going to put it out there. I have my Instagram and I have my channel's Instagram. But if you was to go look at my own Instagram, a couple things I did post. But I mean, like, I don't post on it no more. I don't put my private stuff. I went out last weekend. Y'all don't got no videos or no pictures from me going out. Y'all don't need that because that's my time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, got to post every goddamn thing that happens to them. Everything. That's the culture we're in right now. Y'all don't need to know what I do in my spare time. Hell, I be trying to look. I don't even do videos on weekends most of the time. You know why? Because that's my time. I give y'all a hard fought Monday through Friday as best as I can. And hell, I work Sunday night trying to get ready for Monday. So really, I only get like one day off. Y'all don't need to know everybody's business, but you all are putting it out there. It's out there. Don't put it on me. Like I'm putting your business out in the streets. You put your business out in the streets. Busy trying to lock in this promotion. Then I'm off to Canada for Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal. Montreal is a beautiful, man. Montreal is, oh my God. I had a good time in Montreal. I can't remember the time of year I went. Good at the Sword was October in like 2005 or 6, maybe 2006. And it was a Corona festival. I had a great time out there in Montreal. Great time. Okay. Won't be out of the country until June. Head down, working on health, money, and my mental. And that's what we talk about, Saint Cyr, here on this channel. Very glad to hear that, brother. And then Proud Square. Yep, that's right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. If you're working on you and doing what you're supposed to do, be square, man. Be square. Because you're going to have the last laugh. If you taking care of yourself and building up who you need to be at, doing and handling your business, be square. It's okay. Don't feel lonely. Work on what you need to. Someone will come along and appreciate it. Bleards up. Nah, that's real though. To be honest, a lot of my nerdy friends are of all races pride themselves on that. Yeah. But don't put in the work when it comes to fitness or social skills. That's part of life. And you know what, Ryan? Actually, I need to do a video on that. I've been putting that video off out of fear of that it wouldn't do well or something like that. But the truth is, we need to talk about that. Okay. We do need to talk about that as men. Okay. And it's kind of why I did that video. Like I said, it didn't get as much traction. So I'm kind of hesitant to put these videos out. But I'm never going to let views stop me from putting out. Like today, I put out the video with the child support and how that's, affecting men, particularly black men. I say that because I just algorithm push, but it's affecting men of all races, right? How it's been weaponized against men. But in there, I talk about those numbers, right? I talk about those different things. And I talk about those type of topics because we have to talk about the secondary and tertiary topics. We have to talk about those things because I am dedicated to men's self-improvement. If that means I might have to take a couple L's on some of these views on videos, I'll take some L's, but at least it's in my library of videos for men to be able to watch. And everything you just talked about there, Ryan, is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Those guys, I do believe you need to work on yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. So anyway, we dragged that on too long. Let me finish this video up, guys. And I'll get back to the comments if you guys have any other comments.
I feel like some men get with younger women because it's easier to manipulate a young woman. Manipulate them and mold them into who they want them to be.
Yeah. And I think when I am with the younger or with older men or trying to date older men.
Listen, if you have a older gentleman that has lived a little bit more life and you haven't lived as much life as them and you still figuring stuff out, and that older dude says, look, I've been through this. Because most guys operate on rationale. It's not just about control. But if that man is handling his business, right? He's can take care of himself. Yes, he wants a woman to be on his program. That's no cap. And if you still figuring your stuff out and he got his stuff together and you coming on his program, And you like, he's just trying to control me. Like, this dude knows what he's doing. Why wouldn't you default to his wisdom? If I was with a woman like my friend, my best friend who came up with these. Oh, I just realized I didn't even have the camera on me. But my friend who has her business, let me go to this screen right here. My friend who has her business, look, I tried starting a business. I wasn't as successful. So if I was with her and I had a business question, you think I'm gonna default to my own knowledge? No. She's wiser than me on this. Why wouldn't I default to her knowledge? Even as a man. So there's a give and take. There's a give and take. But I will tell you, there's nothing more beautiful than having a woman who respects you as a man, especially when she feels that she can trust being a feminine woman around you. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And that's what we aspire to. But some of us have to put in a little bit more work until we can get to that point to garner that respect from women. This is the facts. Okay? Part of the things that Ryan talked about in that last comment. But let's continue.
I do feel like I'm controlled.
Yes.
And I don't like feeling like I'm controlled, and it just feel like you at Pop house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like.
And they telling you how your nails should look, how your feet should.
All right, before we get to that part, that's a whole separate discussion. Now, this woman said that she feels like she's been controlled. Now, this is a common talking point and a theme that women that we as men are hearing from quote unquote modern women today. That a man providing direction or instruction on something that he may be knowledgeable on is him trying to control that woman. I don't want to be controlled. Okay, then go do your own thing. Do not feel bad when men aren't checking for you after that point. If you aren't coachable, if you aren't teachable, if you aren't willing to take accountability, these are all qualities that are expected of us men to be successful, to be coachable, to be teachable, to be willing to listen, even as a man. And this is for us, men. If you wanted a man that like I always got to be right, then you're in the wrong too, because a wise man listens to all points and all sides, and then he makes wise decisions from there. He makes moves based on hearing and listening, not necessarily talking and pointing. But I find it disturbing. I find it disturbing because this is what we are hearing from modern women today. That I just want to be able to do my own thing without accountability. And that's not real life. That's not real life. And these same women, when they turn 35, and if that ring still ain't on her finger, she's 28 now in 7 years. That ring still ain't on that finger, and she's on that hunt. And not saying that she has to have a man, but I'm saying that if she desires that at this moment or at some point, she's waiting until some point later on in the future, turn on the tape right here. Just like Wanda said. She didn't get it. She's being childish. This is naive. A wise person can learn. The wisest person in the village can still learn a valuable lesson from the village idiot. They can. So this is pretty ignorant speaking. I don't want to be controlled. And this is why I made that video the other day. I don't need no man. But buy my nails, like the other girl was saying. Buy my hair. Crap that don't matter. That is not going to advance us as a couple. These women, these modern women, care about some of the most superficial crap in the world. I heard, I'll get to that. I'll get to something later. Let me finish this video out and I'm gonna get to you guys in the comments, okay? You guys have been very patient. You guys dropping bombs up in the comments. I know already. I know.
Just like you at Pop House.
Pop,
Yeah, I
pop.
don't like.
And they telling you how
Call
your
me
nails
Pop.
should look, how your feet should look, how your eyebrows should arch, what time to come in the house, how you
Slip
should
something
cook.
sexy on. I don't want to. I want to wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt right
Yeah.
now. And younger guys, they like that.
Man, some of you young guys is messing up the game. Messing it up. Yeah, girl, you look good with them basketball shorts on. No, you don't. Not unless we playing basketball. Oh my God. Man, young people. You know, another thing that I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna sound like an old dude complaining, but something else that drives me crazy is these young guys, how they talk to some of these women. They call women like, yeah, bruh, you tripping, bruh. Like that's how they talk to women. Calling them bruh. I've been using the word bruh since I was like 3 years old. It's a very long time ago. Been using the word bruh for a long time. Okay. And I would have never in my wildest dreams thought of calling a woman bruh. But you know what the sad part is? It may be fitting because you have women that are trying to act like men, and that's what the hell it feels like. It feels like you talking to some of these women. You feels like you talking to some of your boys, and that's really sad. I'm gonna get to your comments, and I'm gonna start zipping through these videos because we're already after the hour point, and I want the people that are here still to be able to get the points I'm trying to make about these things. Okay. Since St. Cyr says, Ed Ryan, that's facts. Those guys really got to find the balance and they'll win more all around. Absolutely. Lucy says, my husband cooks, I clean, I consider us a team. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. But you have women that say, I don't cook and clean, but I am the table. Lucy, that's the thing we're dealing with. Women who think they're all that in a bag of chips, bag of chips, but do nothing meaningful to contribute to a man. Not a damn thing. Nor to the team, nor to the household, nor to themselves. It's insane. The most insane arguments nowadays. Yeah, because women are not only being in the gynocentric Western society, which is here, in us, they can also be under the patriotic society. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot going on in this society today, Brandon. Absolutely. And that's kind of the stuff that I was just talking to. I was just speaking about. That's why some of us younger, that's why some of these younger Black women here in the US of A today thought that they can date some of these Pookies and Ray Rays and then thugs sometimes, and them thugs sometimes of what their preferences are. Yeah. So what I believe you're saying, Brandon, is again, they want their cake and eat it too. Again, there are videos with women saying, I don't want to date a square dude. I don't want to date a regular dude. I deserve this man making a $250,000. I want to date a thug that's the president of the bank. Like, these are real videos. I wish I could find this crap for you guys, but that's why I showed you guys in the beginning of the video I put out a couple days ago. That's why I showed you guys that video, because it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Because it is ridiculous. It is what we're feeling, and it is what we're hearing. If you read the comments, men are up in arms because we're not just trying to just bitch and complain. Excuse my French. But this is what we're feeling. This is what we're seeing. I could have pulled up 100 more videos of the things that I've showed you guys. All right. Anyway, next video. So the title of this live stream was that women realizing that their behaviors ruin relationships. So we're going to get to the first video because this is not all doom and gloom. Okay. I'm trying to get to a point. You all know I build narratives on this channel. My videos are always trying to get to a broader point or a conclusion or a narrative. In this first video, I wanted to show the first two videos talking about how women think and how they behave. Now we're going to talk about how that behavior affects their relationships. Let's get to it. Without further ado, let's get started. That way I can get back to my drink, okay? Y'all know how I do. Let me unpause this. I messed up now, okay?
And let me say this real quick because I know people only seeing certain videos of mine. Listen, I am not a player no more. It's been about 96 hours. Like, no, for real. Like, I got this dude that I love. Like, I love him. Now, years ago, hey, I fumbled him. You hear me? I'm talking about fumbled him hard. I was praying to God that nobody else get him, Lord. I was praying to God that nobody else get him.
So, listen, the first part I want to talk about with that, okay? I'm going to leave this woman up on the screen. But the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to this is this story is more common, so common now, okay? I've been around for a number of decades, okay? This story is more common now than I've ever heard in my life about women talking about dudes that they fumbled. And I'm sure every generation can find that and say, hey, I messed up. I mean, even as a dude, I fumbled some women. It's happened. I've messed up. Okay? I can admit that. Okay? We fumbled some people. But the reason that I thought it important to bring up this particular lady right here in this story is because this woman right here is that same young lady that was sitting on the couch. See, she's going to come across, she like them young. She's going to come across one of them that she liked, but he didn't do it for her in the moment. He wasn't good enough in the moment. Or maybe he was too good of a man in the moment. She didn't know what to do with it because she didn't want to be controlled. She didn't want to be held down. She wasn't really looking for anything serious, even though she talked about not having a ring on her finger and being married. But that woman is this woman in the future. Let's hear the rest of her story, shall we? Uh-oh, I messed that up. There we go.
But I wasn't ready for him. You know, I was still.
Hold up. Let me back that up. I'm sorry. Let me back that thing up. You know I'm from New Orleans, y'all. Let me back that thing up. All right.
You get him, Lord. I pray to God that nobody else get him. But I wasn't ready for him. You know, I was still doing me. I moved away for about 4 years. Then I moved back. I ended up getting in another relationship. Like, I thought dude was doing fucking with me. You know, till I got a phone call out the blue. Hello. So here I am. We trying it over again, right? But I'm trying to let him know that I ain't full of shit no more. It's been about 8 years, but when I tell you I fumbled, dude, like we was at a Super Bowl game and I was the one who was gonna score and I dropped the ball at the goal line, that was me with him. But whatever he asked me to do, I'm doing. Whatever he need, I'm giving it to him. Because dude gonna make sure I'm good regardless.
This woman right here, this woman here hit the proverbial lottery. She really did. Okay? She hit the lottery. She is lucky. I did a video on this channel, and I wish I could pull it up right now. But I did a video on this channel where the woman talked about how she had a good man and she messed it up. It was probably about a month and a half ago I did this video. Okay? It's got a blue, this woman has like a wrap on her head. It's the thumbnail is kind of bluish with yellow lettering and stuff. Look it up if you want to check it out of an example of a woman in this exact same situation. She fumbled on the 1-yard line, but for her, the clock hit double zeros. Game was over. This dude got married to another woman, had kids with her, had shared kids with her. They got a nice family. He has a good job. And that woman in the video that I did was in a hotel fighting to get custody back of her kids. This woman that we just looked at, this woman that we just peeped out, and I want to leave her face. I want to show y'all her face right there on the screen. That woman right there, she don't know how lucky she is. Because she messed it up with old boy. He moved on, she moved on. But a lot of stories happen where dudes don't go back to women like this. And he called her out the blue. And here's the great thing. This is why I love this story. I'm actually happy for her, gents. I'm happy for her. I'm not going to hate on this. I actually love when people come together. I love when a plan comes together. Right? I do. She's lucky. Because there are a lot of women in her position that messed it up with good dudes for selfish reasons because they didn't want to be controlled. They didn't see the bigger picture of being with a guy. They just knew that I didn't want that. I want more excitement. You want to talk, Julie, Lucy, you want to talk about modern women? Modern women want this excitement. It's got to keep it, got to make me tangle. It got to make me, oh, he got to make me pop, pop. It wouldn't be TSG Uncut if I didn't sing something. Make a brother want to sing. Okay. I think I do that every week now. It's something crazy. Okay. But this is real life. Because I can tell you, I don't go backwards. I rarely go backwards. I don't go backwards. Yeah, I can't really think of it. I don't like going backwards. There's a reason why you broke up with a person. Can people change? Yes. They can. But I also know that people, when they get around you and they know you, they're going to revert back to where they're most comfortable with you at. Might start off fine for a little bit. But once a person settles in back being comfortable with you, sometimes it's worse than it was when you started. I really and truly hope for this lady that she is able to make it work with this dude. He obviously saw something in her that obviously she didn't see in herself and wanted to see how she was doing. And we've done that. Hey, how you doing? Put your toe back in the past to see what's going on. See if that person and you bond or get wherever you need to be. We've done that. She's lucky. Because a lot of women don't get that second chance. Because the women that realize the self-worth of a man, what that man's really about, especially if he's a good man, like she discussed, somebody going to pick that dude up and somebody's going to appreciate him. And this is a running theme that we've had in the comments here of the chats, of the comments of my videos. But men are looking to go where they are appreciated and celebrated, not tolerated. All right? Something to keep in mind. Let me get to these comments. Ryan says, if you've been through it and he's got the right mindset, you need them to be on your program. Because if they grew up in this culture, they're more than likely are on the wrong program. Wisdom trumps. Absolutely. And that was my point, Ryan. Absolutely, brother. Kevin Samuels was right. And he learned through years and years of wisdom. He's doing you a favor. You don't have to take it all 100%, but be receptive to the feedback. Just receptive and coachable. Man, Ryan, truer words couldn't have been spoken. People have art with Kevin Samuels. I was talking to my daughter one day and I said, we were in the car driving and I said something about Kevin Samuels. She was like, ugh. I was like, why'd you do that? I didn't bring him up in terms of trying to even make a point. I just brought up the name Kevin Samuels in passing. And she just, ugh. That was her first reaction. I said, what was that about? This is before he passed away. She's like, I don't like him. Well, why not? Well, he be saying things. Well, like what? And it's funny because when you ask a woman that question, what Kevin Samuels be saying that you don't like that? And they take only tidbits of what he's saying. Now, listen, he didn't always have he had a great delivery for making YouTube content. Obviously, that's how he got to 1 million subscribers. Okay. Do I want to get to 1 million subscribers? Yeah, I want 1 million subscribers. Let's do it. Really, I don't know if I want that type of smoke, but I say 100,000. Let's go 100,000. Sean wants 100,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you haven't done it already. Let everybody know that you are up in here with TSG Uncut. These likes need to get up. I only see 3 in here. That's not cool. Get my likes up. Get my likes up. Support the channel. I'm not asking you for money. Even though you have the Cash App thing there, right? All the money that you guys have given to this channel has gone to pay for the equipment, the camera you're watching right now, all of that. I use it to put right back into this channel in which I put a lot of hours into. Please support the channel if you can. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, okay? And I'm going to get to the comments. I'm way behind in the comments. But that's the kind of stuff what Kevin was talking about was like, men are meeting women nowadays. Men today are so more amicable than men back in the day. We're not Ike Turner and y'all, or nothing like that. If y'all don't know who that is, go look it up. We're not doing none of that stuff. We just want peace. And if I'm going to go out and I'm going to go slay the dragon, or when there's a bump in the night and you push me out of bed, I better get that respect in return in our normal life. Because when crap hits the fan, who do you call? You call the popo. When crap hits the fan with other countries, who you call? You're hoping the military take care of it. Matter of fact, I got a great example of that. It's the way men feel about that scenario where men are expected to protect women at all costs, even with their lives. Nowadays is the equivalent of people saying, go take care of that country that wants to attack us. Well, you want everything to be equal. Are you willing to join the military to do it? No. I'm not willing to join the military, but I need you to go handle your business over there in these other countries and go fight. I'm going to be here comfortable, but I need you to go do it. But I thought you said you wanted this to be a team effort. I know what I said. But right now, I need for you to go and take care of that. And when you come back, I'm still not going to be amicable to any of that. Hopefully you don't get hurt. And that's what we feel like. That's what we feel like women are doing to us. Go read my comments or go read the comments in my videos. That's the way men feel. That's no cap. That's what men feel. Okay? Double standards all around. So you're right, Ryan. St. Cyr says, she said, feel like I'm at Pop's house. My grandparents ran tight ships on both sides. Mine did too, St. Cyr. And guess what? It set my parents up to do what they had to do. And in turn, it set us up to do what we got to do. Oh my God. But St. Cyr, they're not thinking ahead like that. Denzel said, and one of my favorite phrases to use as a life phrase from the movie Training Day is this is chess, not checkers. So You got modern women today, and this is the way, and I'm telling you from my perspective that I see, women are thinking in checkers moves, one move at a time. And a man that is on his purpose is playing chess. I don't need you to be playing checkers while I'm playing chess. If we playing two different games, we are going to lose. I don't need you to do that. I need you on my program. I need you playing chess. I need you to be thinking chess moves, because if I'm not thinking about the right move, I need you to be able to know what the next move is too. We're on the same page about the move we're about to make. And these young ladies don't get that. I need to finish this video up, y'all. I'm going to get right back to your comments. I don't want to delay this video. Let's go back to it.
Like, I thought dude was doing fucking with me till I got a phone call out the blue. Hello. So here I am. We trying it over again, right? But I'm trying to let him know that I ain't full of shit no more. It's been about 8 years, but when I tell you I fumbled, dude, like we was at a Super Bowl game and I was
So
the
I
one
already
who
played
was
all
gonna
this,
score,
but
and I dropped the ball at the goal line. That was me with him. But whatever he asked me to do, I'm doing. Whatever he need, I'm giving it to him. Because dude gonna make sure I'm good regardless.
and that's what a good man will do, ladies. That's what a good man is willing to do. A good man, if your man is doing what he is supposed to do as a man, or at least doing his best to do that, why is it so hard to say exactly what this woman just said? If he asking me to do that, I'm going to do that thing now. She is a woman who realizes I got a good man. The women in my family, my great grandmother was a strong woman. Basically ran her own business down in New Orleans. I want you to think about New Orleans. She ran it for 30 years. She retired in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I forgot when she retired. Right? Or 80s. She retired in the 80s. Maybe when I was a kid. She had ran her business for 30 years. Now imagine running your business 30 years, subtract 30 from the 80s, like from 80. So in the 50s, she started a business in New Orleans. Can you imagine how New Orleans was back in the day for her being a Creole black woman running a business? I mean, I can't even look, she ran that. And she taught, she ran with an iron fist. And in the end, generations later, grandma, mom, and my aunts, they're all alone. They're in their 60s and they're alone. I'm just saying, if there's a pattern, I'm showing it to you. Here's what I see. I see what has happened and how the mindset has permeated through my family. Basically offed some of the men. The men just were breaking their backs. They just cut out early. And some of the men were forced to, they ran off. And some of them were like, I'm not going to put up with this bad behavior. I got to do what's best for our kids. Yes, I have cousins that I don't even speak to because my aunt was selfish and they were raised by their dad. I have every dynamic going on in my family. So when I see this comes from a personal place because I know what the end result is. I don't have to wait until I get old to know how this is all going to play out. I've seen this. I already know how it's going to end out. Let's get back to the comments. Saint Cyr says they like chaos and dysfunction. Some people do. Consistent, great commentary. Thank you, White Knight Assassin. Hey, thank you for being here. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here. White Knight Assassin. They lying. We tell them whatever they want to hear. And nowadays it seems like we do, man. Instead of just, that's why there's no time to sugarcoat it, man. Be on your own program. If a woman isn't ready to be on your program, if you're handling your business as a man, and I talk about that as the foundational piece of what I expect the gents to do on this channel, because I'm telling you it works. Regardless what happens in your relationships, at the end of the day, you're going to be okay. And you'll be in a position of power because you'll be willing and strong enough to wait for the right person and not settle for the wrong one. That's where you want to be at. Okay. Ryan says, yeah, masculizing these women is like the male version of friend zoning. It's going to take all the spice out of a relationship. Look, man, men don't want to listen. Okay, we got the simps, and simps be like, oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay. I default to you yelling at me. I just did a video, which didn't do well. I'm going to change the thumbnail on it, change the title to see if we can get some more views on it, where this woman is cheating on her dude and sleeping with other dudes. And she's like, yeah, he ain't got no choice. Well, what about him? Are you taking care of him? No. So you pick up random dudes? Yep. But what does your dude do? Oh, he gets in the corner and he films it. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it. It's crazy. It's not vulgar. I ain't did that. But watch it. And me and somebody in the chat talked about it. That dude is going to pop off one day. He is being emasculated on a daily basis. And his wife is even got the Pookies and the Ray Rays coming through there. That's who her preference is. She's just picking up in the store. And this is the disrespect that's happening to guys that allow themselves to simp. Okay? Y'all women can say y'all want that, but y'all don't. The only women who really want that is the ones who are really scared of having a strong man in their life. And even the women who don't like men end up liking strong men. They don't like these weak dudes. So take that what you will. Oh, you for the city? Oh, Saint Cyr, what did you drop on me? My family's about 20 minutes outside of Baton Rouge. Oh, that's right. You dropped some Creole. Yeah, I'm a city boy. I ain't got the Creole. That's my family there, fam. That's my family there. He dropping that Creole on there. I don't even know what that say. That's crazy. Oh, I didn't spun the block a couple of times. What up to my brother T-Mac in the house? TSG cooking again. Bro, I'm just speaking facts. Just trying to put these videos out there to get this information out. Okay? Thank you for the $5 super chat. T-Mac is a very big supporter of the channel, and I'm very grateful. Again, all the money that you guys send me here for these super chats and stuff, I put it right back into the channel. Okay? I have the upgraded version of this StreamYard because of your chats, because of you guys contributing to the channel, because of your cash outs, because of your super chats. Okay? I'm not getting rich off of you guys. I'm not making a lot of money. It just does just enough to pay for all this stuff. So I thank you guys. Thank you, T-Mac, for being such a big supporter of the channel, man. We just went over 2,000, bro. We just went over 2,000 subscribers recently. And when I say recently, it was only like a couple weeks ago. And here we are at like 2,140 something subscribers. Right, you guys have blown this channel up quickly, man. And I promise I'm going to continue to come with that fire. I just need you to hit that subscribe button, rock with your boy, hit that like button. Let's see where we're at on these likes. I need them likes to go up though, man. Y'all is messing up over here. Where them likes at? Hit that like button, man. If you ain't gonna support with a little money, if you're not gonna click the links, right? If you're not gonna support like we do, also this channel also supports Surfshark, man. If you're gonna travel like me, you gotta have Surfshark. You gotta have the right VPN. If you use my code down below and the special promo code JENT, GENT, you can get 83% off of your subscription and you're gonna get 3 months for free. Okay. Carl says, I see you, bro. What up, Carl, man? Another big supporter of the channel, man. I appreciate you being here. Hey, yo, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here tonight. Yes, some women's behaviors can ruin a relationship with me, but I have to take accountability for myself and what women I allow around me. Women aren't all the problem at all. Absolutely. Hey, yo, I've never not said that. You never heard me say women are all the problem. If you listen closely to me in this channel, what do I always go back to? I always go back to men being men. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. Starts with men being on their grind, working themselves mind, body, and spirit. A man being inside of his purpose and knowing what he's going after. We talked about this earlier in the channel before you came up on here. But this is the consistent theme that I've said on this channel from the very beginning of this channel. When I said I want men to live their best lives, I want women to live their best lives. And I know that women will get the best product of man when that man has done the work. When that man has done the work, women get the best product of man. Whether they appreciate him or not, it's totally a different story. But if you are serious about finding a good woman and being ready for her, then you yourself have to be ready as well. I stand by that. My other job and my other goal with this channel is part of us being better as men is being able to see what is going on in society today and not fall for the okie doke. Because let's face it, Ayo, we still have a swath of men in this society who are simping hard for women because they aren't in control of themselves. They aren't in control of their desires. They aren't in control of their circumstances and situations. And I'm going to call it out. So, yeah, I've never said that. My whole goal, I'm not going to be explicit as Kevin Samuels said, I want people to get married. I want us to get married and stuff back together. I'm not going to tell you that. I think marriage and stuff as it is currently constructed is not beneficial. I don't. Now, for those who are already married, I am your biggest advocate for staying together. I swear to you, I am. Go look at the comments, a couple of comments I said today in not today's video, but the other videos from the other day, where somebody gave me a comment and told me about their marriage. It was a woman came in there and told me, I've been married to my husband for this long and this and the third. And I said, you know what? I am very happy for you. Thank you for sharing your story with us. That is who I am as a person. If you're married, you're in a long-term relationship, I care about your relationship being successful if you care about it. So don't get it twisted about this channel. This ain't hate. If anything, I also want to put out to you guys, not necessarily the guys in the chat, but for you guys who may be watching later, I'm not bitter towards women. I don't hate women. These women don't even affect me. The ones I show you guys half the time, they don't affect me. But I've been a young man. I've had my heart kicked in a few times. I've had my teeth kicked in a few times. I've been played a few times. But I've also played a few times. All I'm trying to do is just give game. I said game. I don't like to use that. But I'm just trying to give knowledge, give some wisdom so that we can do what we need to do. Because what we need right now is strong men again. all these things that are happening is because men are being weak right now. And I'm not talking about in some weird misogynistic way. I'm just saying men are being men. I literally talked to multiple women a couple months ago, and every story, you hadn't told me it was a dude they were talking about, I thought they were talking about women. I said, wow, that's a real weak move. It was like, yeah, that's a dude. Like, my God. I would have never guessed that. So don't get it twisted about what my aims are on here. It is to help men be better men. So we can be better for our women. So we can be better for our families. All my message ain't never changed, nor will it change. And I agree with your next statement. If a woman is a problem, she will be dismissed. Absolutely. And the next one fills a spot. Well, I don't know about all that. Yeah, Lucy says, preach. Absolutely, brother. You have to appreciate the good people in your life, whether they are partners, friends, family members. Absolutely. I agree with that. You equally have to check to see if they are appreciating you too. And you know what? Lucy Julie, whoever made that comment, that is absolutely correct. You know, there are times in our life where we, and this is something that you do in business that we did in the military, that, you know, you do working, whatever, but you have to do wellness checks. And sometimes you have to do those wellness checks, what we used to call wellness checks in the military. You do wellness checks just to make sure things are okay. But sometimes you have to do wellness checks of the people that are in your life, not just to see if those people are appreciating you. But now the way so many people are down and so many people are hurting, sometimes you got to do those wellness checks of those people to make sure, see what's up with them. Because maybe they're not appreciating you, but we don't know what they're going through, man. People are going through it. And everybody trying to be hard and pretend like they're not. The reason why I don't do videos on the weekends is because this gets to me sometimes. Not the comments. I don't give a damn what nobody say about me anymore. I've gotten past that now. Been doing YouTube for now 2+ years. It's just the grind. And you guys that are YouTubers know what I'm talking about. This grind wears on you. Like today, seeing all my videos do well. And then today's video where I put so much time in, I even pushed it back a day and then it didn't do well. That wears down on you. So I take my time for me. Do wellness check of the people that you care for, even if you don't feel that they are fully in your corner. Now, if a person is taking advantage of you, that's a totally different situation. But sometimes people are just down. Check on them. If you are the strong person in your relationships, or people know you to be that person, and that's okay if you aren't. But some of us in this life have the burden of having to have broad shoulders for the rest of the people. And sometimes that gets wearing. People don't realize that. Listen, I have people that check up on me. I do. But there are a lot of people, I know a lot of people over, my time of existence, living in multiple cities and states. I know a lot of folk. Only a fraction of them say, you know what, man, I was wondering, how you doing, Sean? And maybe some of you guys fall in that situation as well. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. I went too far, y'all. I went too far. Ryan says, the moment you take a man for granted, he's got no purpose with you. You destroy any chance of him finding his raison d'etre with you. Men need purpose, and if you take that for granted, it's not worth it. Absolutely, man. And I preach that on this channel all the time. Carl says, I'm not full of ish no more, okay? What? Oh, yeah, man. Don't be. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I read something wrong. Reason for being. Okay. Etre. You know what? I haven't practiced French in a very long time. The etre made sense, but I didn't know what the raison. I didn't know that meant reason. Thank you. It's about the only thing I remember now is like Les de la Bon Temps Relais. Actually, everybody in New Orleans knows that one, but je m'appelle Sean. Enchanté. Okay. J'aime fromage. Okay. So my French is terrible now because it's been years, but I'm going to work on that one again. Something to fight for. A man won't fight for you if you don't deserve it. You're not owed a man fighting for you if you take them for granted. And you know what? These are real words, and these are how men feel, ladies. This is exactly how men feel. Those are the people who make their lives not worth fighting for, and that's misery. Absolutely. Ryan says to Ayo, that's radical accountability. Mad props. It's who you allow around you. Absolutely. Can't control people. When people show you who they are, believe them. Absolutely. And that is a very popular phrase. And then Lucy says, we have a question. Men sometimes compliment you on not being like other women, then say, why aren't you more feminine? We are wondering, what does that mean? Well, let me take a sip of my beverage right here. I'm going to leave that up on the screen for a second for you guys to answer in the comments as well. Compliment you on saying not being like other women. I don't personally, Lucy, when I was a younger man, I used to use that statement. And I think I don't use that anymore, personally. Okay. I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to say I don't use it anymore. I don't talk to a woman and try to compare her to other women in the moment of talking to them. On this channel, I do it all the time because I'm talking to a large swath of people, so I have no choice. But if I was talking to you in person and I say, you are a certain way, I'm not going to say, well, you don't act like other women. It's like one of the cringiest things to say to me as a man. Okay. What I would say is that I appreciate how you are. You're very unique. And that's the way I would put it. And you may have that question in your head, like you're going to ask, like, if you really care, you're like, how? And that's when I'll explain it. But I'm not going to compare you to other women and say whatever. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So it's a compliment, but I think we make that compliment when we don't understand how saying that phrase doesn't earn us anything in terms of with a woman. If you say, you're not like other women, and some women may take that as a compliment. I don't look at it as a compliment. I think it's more of a compliment if I say that you're uniquely you, and I appreciate that. That's what I've learned getting older. And these are the things that I'm trying to tell you, young men that are watching. You guys say things like that, and you mean well. But if you really sit and think about it later on, it's kind of a cringy thing to say. You know what I mean? It comes off kind of cringy. I'm going to tell you you're unique, and then I'm going to tell you and explain why. What do I mean? And I'm going to give you specific examples or give you a roundabout how I feel about it. I think that is more appreciated than saying you ain't like the other women. You know what I mean? Like, I could say it certain ways and make it sound weird. Okay. And then say, why aren't you more feminine? Now, I will say this part about that. Men today, that's one of the biggest problems that men today have with women, is that modern Western women, you could take out the modern if you want, but modernized Western women, today's society, tend to have more masculine traits. They just do. I just got back from Colombia. Obviously, I lived in Mexico, and I don't know where I'm going to next. But I will tell you, in my travels, women outside their country, I don't look down on them that they weren't strong. but I can tell you that they were strong and operated within their femininity. I never felt like I was talking to a masculine woman ever. Even in their strength, I never felt like I was talking to a masculine woman. That's what men mean. It's not attractive, it's not a good look. And unfortunately, I think it's baked into the westernized cake. I think it's unavoidable. And that's unfortunate. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Blush, that sounds like someone playing mind games, to be honest. Right. That's why I said I don't, thanks for your feedback, Ryan. It's just odd. On the one hand, they're trying to gas you up saying, oh, you're special. You're not like the others. On the other hand, they're throwing you under the bus, undermines confidence. Yeah, see, I hope my point kind of rang this true the same way. All these kids that had no dads in their lives are men now. Yeah. Yeah, Carl. And Carl, you and I have had multiple conversations. It's why I talk the way I do. Right? I'm the uncle now. I'm the dad now. I mean, my kids are grown, most of them. My son is about to be a teenager very soon. It's the last kid, the last one. And I'm just trying to impart what I've learned. And again, not being perfect, just what I've learned. And hopefully it helps some of you young guys not speak that way, not talk that way. Being more careful with your words because they're powerful. Words have meaning. We have to do. Yeah. We certainly relate to the grind, Sean. We're in this together. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Talking about my other comment. Yeah. About this YouTube thing. It's tough. We have to deal wellness checks on family. I mean, yeah, we got to do that too. Family, close friends, do wellness checks, man. People aren't right now, man. They aren't. Sean, we didn't know you spoke French. Oh, no. Un petit. Yes, yeah. So it's been a while. They made me learn French in high school, junior high and high school. And I knew more long time ago, but I've once I get back on like Duolingo and stuff, I'm sure it'll come back to me and stuff like that. But right now, I'm trying to get the Spanish down. That's what the girl said from the clip. Said that she's not full of ish. No more. I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah. She was making jokes about it too, Carl. But I give her credit. At least she took accountability. And that's what we're not seeing too. I'm telling you, men aren't seeing that video I put out on Monday, whatever video I put out on Monday, men aren't seeing women take accountability. Not all women. I'm just saying some of these modern women, the ones that I showed in these video clips, they're not taking accountability. They can't see the future, so they're making the same mistakes over and over again. And so you have shows and channels like mine is trying to help young men not make the same dumbass mistakes I did. Okay? I hope so. In Venezuela, I never thought a woman was going to try and fist fight me. No. And I didn't get that. I didn't get that either. Okay? So look, this next video is a little bit longer of a video. I'm going to try to get through it real quick. But I want to talk about women nowadays are acting like the men that they say they detest and hate. And I'm going to do a separate video on this particular woman because she dropped some truth bombs. But there's a small part of what she's going to say in this video that I think is very important. So we always got told that men are dogs, men are pigs, men can't be trusted, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. Give a man a chance, he's going to cheat. And there's a lot of men that actually just want one woman to themselves. That's the result of kind of where we're at. And there's a lot of guys like, yo, just give me a woman for me who's going to appreciate me. And so the numbers say that men do cheat more than women. but it's only by like a few percentage points. But the one thing that those polls get wrong is that a lot of women don't want to be looked at in a negative light. So I don't know that even a psychologist says that number is probably skewed now, right? You probably might have more women doing dirty than dudes are. Matter of fact, it's women that are posting these videos about their sneaky links more than dudes are. Because a dude knows, like, yo, I ain't about to blow up my spot. You have women on TikTok and Tik, Facebook, BoobTube, right? All putting this out there about their cheating exploits, and they have no problem putting it out there. So this woman is going to tell us a story about what she's been through. There's something very pertinent that she's going to say. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to try to speed through this, and I want you guys to see what she has to say, okay? So bear with me as we play this.
Okay, so I want to get something very straight. So my advice when it comes to affairs is not coming because I feel like cheaters are always going to cheat. It's not coming from a place of wanting people to feel ashamed or shamed if they had a relationship that started in a way. I believe in grace. My whole thing is coming from experience. I was the wayward wife. I lived in that fog. I lived in that limerence of thinking that I had found the love of my life. I thought that I had met my soulmate and it was amazing. And I was in what they call affair fog. I full on believed.
Good night, Julie. Good night,
all
Lucy. Thank
these
you for being
things.
here.
I started justifying things. I started doing stupid things. My husband and I separated. My world got flipped upside down. And not only that, I started losing who I was. I started losing my core values and things and wants that I believed in because I thought that this person was the love of my life. So my advice is not.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there. That's the only part I wanted y'all to hear because I want to do. I have a whole separate video. I have 2 videos that I'm gonna do on this. The first one I'm gonna do. I'll look for this video next week because I brought this up tonight. I'm gonna bring this up next week as a video because she goes a little bit deeper into the delusion behind women cheating. So please look out for that video. Please support that video when it drops. I'm telling you, it's very powerful stuff. But I brought this up for a reason because what we're seeing a lot of women today of all ages. A lot of women are in their feelings about their relationships and how the relationships are going. And because of that, we're seeing divorce rates over 50% divorces, and 80% are initiated by women because they get in their feelings, thinking that because things are hitting certain lulls and stuff in a relationship, it's not going to always be exciting, ladies. But because things are hitting a lull, they think the relationship is done and over. And so it's real easy for someone to come in who is outside a relationship, who appears to be more exciting, who comes in and can destroy relationships and destroy marriages. I brought this clip up specifically to show how that is possible even inside of a relationship and how detrimental it is to destroying good relationships or destroying relationships, period, in general, right? And this is another woman who is realizing that her behavior had destroyed her marriage, her relationship with her and her husband, her ex-husband, and that of her friends and her kids. And that's what we're going to talk about more in the video that I do next week. So y'all look out for that. Let me get to my friends real quick. Brick Girls Go Stateside. Please, again, if you haven't checked out this channel, subscribe to Brick Girls Go Stateside. They're great friends of mine. They have excellent content. We've been rocking together since the beginning of my YouTube journey. They were the first ones that brought me up on a live stream. And they are the ones that actually were the ones that kind of influenced me to do my first live stream. That gave me the courage to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to start doing live streams. And now I've been doing live streams for over about a year and a half now. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have done it. So they inspired me greatly. And I am glad to consider them friends now. And I'm grateful. Thank you for the great conversation and live, Sean. We are off to have dinner. We enjoyed listening. Have a great night. Enjoy, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Great friends of mine. I appreciate them. And Nightbirds, yeah, Ryan. They're good people. Go check out their channel. Subscribe to it if you haven't. You guys, all right? Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. And consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell icon notification next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG Uncut. All right? So we got through that video. I'm going to get through these videos so we can have a talk. Now, this next video that I'm going to bring up is a woman who has seen through the fog and the veil of the things that you and I as men, or the men that are watching, I just put out these videos this week talking about women who don't care. I'm okay. I could do it on my own. I don't need no man. And in those videos, we discussed how one man in the video that I brought up said that if you continue to tell a man that you don't value him or you don't need him, then why would you expect that man to stay around? This is a woman in this next clip that I'm bringing up who realizes that she does not want to live and operate in such a way. She didn't ask for any of that. And she's going to make it clear to you and me. Let's get to it. In theory, it does. What that woman just said in the previous clip, I can only imagine. I'm not doing with shout out to Cheese Zed. He always goes to the comments and see what other people have to say about that. I don't do that. I just pull these videos because I know they are important and integral to the conversations that we have on this channel on TSG Uncut. And if you contrast what this woman just said with my video I had just a little bit ago on women saying they don't need a man. I don't need a man. I could do it on my own. I even showed y'all some clips of one woman having to get out there. Her lawn looks terrible because she's not cutting the grass. And the other woman putting vegetable oil in her car engine because her car needed oil. But I don't need a man. Some women probably don't need a man. Good on you, ladies. But men and women need each other. We do. And as much as we can get on here as men and say we are tired of these women's stuff, and we could be frustrated and tired, it wouldn't be a big deal. If we really, truly didn't need women, we wouldn't be on here talking about these issues. We'd be like, whatever, go ahead. I don't even need a YouTube channel to talk about this. Men will be okay. And that's not the truth. Some men are not okay because we do need each other. Listen, I served on submarines, and I worked before. Like right now, submarines are starting to get integrated with women in there, but before they didn't have women on submarines. And I'm gonna tell you, there was nothing more beautiful to me than to get off that goddamn submarine, get me some hot wings and some beer, and to have discussions with women. To sit down and just talk with women. Because I had been talking to men for so many months. I just want to know what it was like to talk with a woman. To have that softness. To have that smile and those eyes and that laugh. Man, we love y'all. Okay? I love me some women's. All right? I love me some women's. I say hi. I love me some women's. All I can think of is that dude is like, I love women's. Man, I gotta find that clip. I'm gonna put that in a video. I gotta put that as one of the video clips this week. I love women's. I don't like men's. Oh, I'm clowning. Oh man. But that was something that I would look forward to. Okay. So this woman has come to the realization, and she knows for her, she's like, it's okay. I want to be a feminine woman and I want to provide for my family. The issue with women like the one I just played in this clip is that you know who's going to attack her for that? It's not us dudes. Her comments is probably full of women saying, you just a pick me. And why would you want that? And you want a man to control you. These are women who don't see the bigger picture. These are women who don't see the value of a man. And if those women don't, that's on them. Matter of fact, if I have to go ahead and paraphrase men in my comments, women that don't see the value in men and don't think men are important and don't need men in their life, bye. Do your own thing. Go off and do you. Just leave us alone. Don't come in the comments commenting because you're mad because other women do feel that way. Bye. I said bye. Ha, ha. Told you I got to figure out a way to, got to find a singing moment. Okay. Go. Do your thing. Ain't nobody missing. Ain't nobody checking for you. Ain't nobody missing you at all. Okay. Just go. We good. We'll figure it out. Just like you think you figure, we'll figure it out. We don't want to deal with you. Dudes are getting these blue books, they leaving. Because a woman shouldn't, if a woman does choose that, we talk about women's right to choose. And if a woman chooses that she wants to be a feminine woman to her man, why are women shaming her for her choice? And this is the ridiculousness that we are trying to point out, the hypocrisy, the double standards, if you will, that I'm going to continue to bring up on this channel. Okay? Oh my God. The volume on the video was low. I'm so sorry about that. I just realized I messed that up, you guys. I'm so sorry. I went off on a rant. I'm going to play this again so you guys can hear. That was my bad, you guys.
There's this idea that with modern day feminism that, you know, women should be able to do everything that men do. And I understand in theory, that sounds so beautiful. Oh my gosh, equality. And to that I say, who told you that I wanted to do what men have to do? I never told you that I want to do what men have to do. I never told you that I wanted to work my entire life. I never told you that I wanted to slave away to my career and set aside having children to do that. I never told you that I wanted to be the one at the door when somebody's trying to rob me and have to protect myself. I never told you I wanted to be a policeman, a construction worker, somebody working on an oil rig. I never stated that I did not want to be a nurturing, motherly figure with really not a care in the world other than taking care of my own family while a man worries about all the hard stuff.
There you go. Hopefully you guys heard that better. I accidentally had the volume muted, so I apologize for that ahead of time. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I make mistakes. But thank you. I should have looked over at the thing earlier. People make their beds. They got to lay in them. Absolutely, man. It's called taking accountability. Luckily, the other half of the world hasn't started on the path of idiocracy. Man, that's a crazy movie, right? Idiocracy. Here we have. It's enablement that led to this stupidity. Absolutely, Ryan. Don't make their problems yours. Passport brothers, we up. Absolutely, man. And I'm going to tell you, man, I'm still trying to put into words my experiences being out of the country. The longer I leave and the more I stay, the more I'm like, yeah, no, don't have to put up with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. Why? Why come? You know? So listen, I am not here to leave this live stream, or at least this portion of the live stream, because if you guys want to come up and you want to have discussions with me, you can. All I ask is that you keep it respectful. The link is in the chat. It's starred in the chat. I'll drop it in the chat below if you guys want to come up and have a quick discussion with me about what we've seen in tonight's videos and what you feel and think. I'm open for that. But these last 3 clips, there's not going to be music. I'm going to play music, but there's not going to be any volume per se, because you have to read the screen, because there's music in it, and I don't want that to strike the channel, or I don't want to get demonetized because of that. Okay, so I'm going to play these last 3 videos, and the significance behind these last 3 videos, I'll stop each one before each other one, and I'll just say something brief, but I'm going to run through these 3 videos. These are 3 successful relationships. Now, say what you will about these relationships, but I'm going to briefly talk about why. I told you, I love people having successful relationships. And the other thing is, I'm going to tell you why each of these relationships work. Okay? So again, there's going to be no volume on these, but I want you guys to watch these videos real quick, okay? And I am going to just play my little background music. That's not the right music. We're going to play Soul Searching instead. Okay? If it ever comes up. If it ever comes up. Come on. All right, I'm just going to play the video. Let's go. All right. So let me get back to the. So the next thing Ryan said was, okay, well, I disagree with that. I disagree with the not a care in the world part. We all have to work hard. Absolutely. If I say not a care in the world, obviously, I always talk about working hard on this channel, so don't take it that way, okay? Oh, you talk about like her saying not a care in the world. Yeah, but a lot of women want to be in situations that they're taken care of, okay? Not a care in the world is just I don't think she meant not that she don't do anything, but she realizes, based on what I heard from her, that she realizes the importance of family. So I'm gonna put this back up on the screen again, right? So you had this couple, this woman started off where she was 300 pounds at her heaviest. And then when you go through the video, her dude, she was losing the weight, she stuck with it, and her dude stuck with her. And she said, this man has loved me unconditionally no matter what the scale says. And there's a lot of men out there, ladies, who are like this man, who will love you unconditionally. What he will not love unconditionally is your attitude. So it's not unconditional love. There are a condition. The condition is, if you're still sweet and you still, are showing that love and respect, then that man, there are a lot of men who just want a woman to just be that for him. And this man stuck it through until this woman, 195. And I'm sure this woman is going to continue to lose even more weight, okay? Now, the next video, I'm going to get to your comments here in a little bit. I want to run through these videos real quick because of where we're at on time. Again, there's no volume on these. I'm purposely cutting out the volume. Okay. So let's get to this next video. Now, this husband has lost and kept off 238 pounds for 10 years. So he was a big dude. But look at him. He ripped now. And this woman actually supported him losing that weight. That's a beautiful thing. Damn, that old dude is jacked. That old dude is jacked. But you know why these couples are working? Because they have goals and they support each other in those goals. They support each other in each other's goals, man. That is so beautiful of a thing. Listen, women want to be supported. Men want a woman who will respect and support him, and he will stay around. But if he doesn't feel that respect, and if he's always feels like you're gonna 1 foot out the door, he's gone. But these couples are working through and being there for each other. It's such a beautiful thing. No matter how you feel, you should appreciate this. Now, you could say, what if a person loses weight? They got people that leave the other person when they find their way and stuff like that. Well, the last couple that I'm going to bring up is an example of how vicious people can be to your relationship, how detrimental people can be to your happiness. This is why you and your significant other, your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever, need to listen to each other and not the noise that's outside of each other, not listening to the haters and the naysayers. Because when I bring this up on the screen, you're going to see how disgusting this is. If you can't read this, or if you're watching or just listening to this, okay? On the screen, I'm going to put the full screen up real quick. This TikTok has your husband, or you're going to leave your husband now that you've lost 100 pounds. I'm sure there's guys that have said this. I'm sure there are women that have told her this, okay? Good on this woman for losing 100 pounds. Again, this is muted on purpose because I don't want the music to get hit, but I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's stressful to have people telling you that kind of stuff. She says, them not knowing how my husband made me feel before losing my weight. Look at this. Man, they were having a good time at that wedding. That dude was there. And there's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes that want to be there for their women. Just like that dude was. I'm telling you, guys have turned the corner. They're guys that want to be a part of a team. What we're starting to see and what I'm hearing from these stories and in the chats and in the comments of all the many videos I've made, 300 plus videos I've made and comments I've answered to. And we can see statistically that women are ready to bail. If they don't feel that excitement, that tangle, if they don't feel tangled, women are ready to leave. Women are filing divorce at an 80% clip. You're going to tell me every one of those guys were laying hands on them women? You're going to tell me every one of those guys are stepping outside of the marriage? No. You just saw the woman that said that her husband, she was the wayward wife. I played that video clip on purpose so that when we got to this point, you can also see that women just don't be happy. So they leave and they file divorce. These three couples stuck together because they worked through some of the toughest stuff, which is working toward higher goals and purposes with each other. And that's why they're together today. And we can all learn from that. We can all learn from it. All right? We can all learn from that. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab the link. I don't know if anybody wants to come up in the chat tonight for a little bit. That's the link to the live stream. I don't know why my computer's acting slow tonight, but let me get back to your comments. A traditional woman is a million things: event planner, meal planner, travel agent, interior decorator, dance instructor, horticulturist, vegetable picker, florist, accountant, secretary, mom, was a saint. And you know what's messed up, Ryan? Women are not looking at that as a badge of honor, but you have women looking at it as a badge of shame. Oh, my dude is trying to control me because I have to put in work. We all have to work. Even if you're the stay-at-home mom, you're working. And that's the thing. I feel like modern women today are not willing to put in the work. They just want to rest on easy street. I also did a video on that. Go looking for my gold digger video. You'll see it on the thumbnail, gold digger video. Woman wanted on easy street, man. This life ain't easy. Some women are realizing like, yo, I don't want to be working these 40-hour weeks. I don't want to be busting my tail like a dude doing. But they also don't want to do anything either. And that's not right. Big mama worked. Grandma worked. Grandma made food. Big mama worked. But she did it for her family. And women today don't seem to have that same loyalty, man. Men aren't seeing that. Okay? Ryan says, absolutely. I understand wanting to be safe and well taken care of. That's true. There's a lot of duties in a traditional home that can be very helpful and bring the man and the woman together as a team. And that's exactly what I just talked about, Ryan. Okay? He also says, let's go. Hell yeah. Celebrate that beautiful display of hard work and discipline. That's a great story. And that's why I posted it, Ryan, because people need to know that there's still hope. I'm not for modern marriage, but I did state, and I have stated, I am for marriage and people in relationships to make it work. I am completely for it. I'm an advocate for it. I'm in y'all corner. I am. I love hearing those stories. And I love when people post them in the chats and the comments of these videos. I love it. And I always give encouragement to those people. You never hear me diss a person that says they're in a happy relationship that come to my channel. I do not. I don't. It's counterproductive. That feel-good stuff brings people together. We need to focus on that more. I know, man, but it's tough, man, because people don't want the feel-good stuff, bro. It's crazy. I have to literally take the medicine and put it inside the treat for people to hear that type of message, man. I got to put those type of stories at the end of the video so that people can know as a conclusion, because if you go with feel-good stuff, not everybody wants to hear that. It is sad, Ryan, that I have to do that. But I am dedicated. If you have a good relationship, I want to hear your story. If you've been married for X amount of years, I want to hear your story. If you're making it work in your relationship, I want to know how you do it. Again, I'm your biggest advocate. I'm not an advocate for people who are not married at this point, because I just don't believe marriage in its current form is conducive to men today. I just don't. Okay? I swear, if you're on a live stream long enough, you get people trying to spam the comments. These women are squandering the opportunity to be all they can be. It's limiting beliefs deep down. They don't want to be someone worth living with, I'm assuming with, because deep down they think no one ever will. Yeah, man, this is yeah, absolutely. I feel like I missed something. Oh, I did miss a comment. How many women dream of being those things? How many women want to be the interior decorator? Wish they could do those things. That's what's worth fighting for. That's how you turn a house into a home. Absolutely, Ryan. I appreciate that, man. Damn, I'm going to have to start making videos of my parents' amazing relationship and homestead to show these people how it's done. Man, listen, if you don't have a channel per se, if you film some of that stuff, Ryan, send it to my email. My email is I'm gonna put it in the chat, but my email for the channel is thesensationalgent@gmail.com. You want to send me some of those videos? Go right ahead. If you guys have any video clips you want me to review that you think is pertinent, I'll take a look at it and let me know. Send it to my Gmail. Also, follow me, guys, on my Instagram. My Instagram is at TSG Uncut. Okay. I'm going to change banners real quick so I can go ahead and show you guys. Where's my banners? Oh, there we go. Let's change overlays real quick, right? So you guys could follow me. That's my Instagram and that's my Twitter handle at TSG Uncut, man. If you guys got stories, you got videos that y'all want me to review that you think might be pertinent, send them to me. Send me the videos. I'll take a look at them and I'll figure out a way to be able to put it into a video if it's worth it, if I feel like it's worth it. Okay. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys. All right. Listen, at the end of the day, let me get back to this banner over here. Actually, I'm going to take that off. At the end of the day, I brought up this specific topic. I want to show you some women. I want to show you the behavior of women that we see, hence the videos I did earlier this week. I want to show you what accountability from women look like. Women that actually want to find good men and have healthy relationships. Even that one woman that cheated, that's trying to help other women realize that them cheating is the equivalent to a drug. And again, that'll be next week's video. And then I showed you another example of a woman who says, hey, I want to have a normal family, I want to be traditional. And the last thing I showed you guys tonight was I showed you 3 examples of couples that work together through some tough times, through making sure that they can get themselves healthy and at their best selves so they can live their best life. And that was the reason why I showed it. Okay. So let me go back through the chat real quick. Oh, there's another. Ryan says, absolutely. I might have to do that, especially when Just Pearly thing starts her wife's school, because my mom actually speaks on this stuff. Wrote a book on the subject, actually, Real Spiritual Guide. That's awesome, man. Again, send me what you got, whatever you want me to talk about, man. If it's gonna fit on the channel, I'll put it on there. Even if I don't put it right away, I usually will hold on to things, and when it fits in the right narrative, in the right story, that's when I post those type of things. Okay. So Ryan, thank you very much for being here tonight. Who else did we have tonight up in here? We had my friends Julie and Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Check out their channel very much. Check out my friend Carl. He's a very big contributor on here as far as supporting the channel. I appreciate that. Who else did we have up in here tonight? My brother Lucis. I know Lucis been working hard, man. He can't stay, normally he comes up in here, but I know he's working hard. We already talked about it. We got Ayo, man. Thank you for coming in, man. Always dropping some knowledge, man. I appreciate you. We have my brother T-Mac with the $5 super chat. Thank you again for coming in here. Saint Cyr was in here tonight dropping knowledge on us. I appreciate you. We had another brother who also provides a lot of comments and stuff like that. We had White Knight Assassin. Consistent, great commentary. Thank you very much, man. I am pretty consistent on my beliefs, but I want for all of us to do better and do well. And that's why my rhetoric is consistent. We got my brother Brandon Williams in here, as always. Thank you very much, brother Brandon. I thank you so much for that, for coming in here tonight. I want you guys to go check out my brother Omar at Habla Conmigo TV. If you're interested in learning Spanish, please go check out his channel. He's going to teach you easy ways to learn simple Spanish words and phrases that's going to help you in no time learning how to speak Spanish. And I can tell you one of the best things I've ever done was invest in the time to speak Spanish, because it made my time being out of the country and living out of the country much better. So go check out my brother there. And we have my friend Wanda Miss Amici. Make sure you go check out Miss Amichi's channel. Also, go check out her other channel, Grandma Does It Best. The one thing I love about Wanda and her channel, it is a family-centric channel where she shows you the ins and outs about running a family, taking care of her boys, and just an amazing woman, very brilliant, very smart, you can learn so much from her. Go check out Wanda's channel. I thank them. And then I also want to thank my friends at the Sand Van, Tim and Sandy, for being here. They're in the Down Under. If you have ever been interested in van life and adventure, they're living that life. I promise you, you won't regret it. And I appreciate their support. And we also got my brother, John from Ham Flights Kit Box. Go check out his channel and support this brother right here who is doing big things on his channel, man. And again, hope the birds are doing okay. Hope the race is coming well, okay? I think I caught everybody. Thank you, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. Consider a Cash App or a Super Chat or whatever you can do. Again, your money has all been used to make this channel better. And again, down links in the description below. I also have to give another shout out to my friend Jan and her company, Value Your Vibes. Okay, so it's a very new company where you have these stickers that relay feelings and stuff like that. I'm going to put these on my computer. Go check out valueyourvibes.com. There's a link down in the description below. There's also a description below for Surfshark. I use that when I'm out of the country. It has helped me tremendously and has probably stopped me from more than 1 or 2 cyber attacks. So if you go to the link that's below for Surfshark, plus use my code GENT, G-E-N-T, you'll get 83% off your subscription and you'll get 3 months for free. Okay. So I thank you guys again. I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow. If I don't do a video tomorrow, I do have a YouTube short tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 YouTube shorts and a video or whatever. I'm going to film some more videos tonight for you guys because I do want to talk about some more stuff. While I got the cameras up, I'm going to film some more videos because I'm trying to do 2 videos a day, trying to put it out there, you guys. I'm trying to get it out there. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for all that you do. Thank you for supporting the channel. And until next time, live your best life.